So, good evening, students. Let's start today's class with SST, chapter 17, Natural Resources. I have explained you up to here. Today, we will be continuing from water. Okay, everybody open to page 105. Look at water. Water is found in rivers, lakes, oceans, glaciers, and underground aquifers. We use water for many purposes such as drinking, sanitation, agriculture and industry. About 2/3 of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Most of this water is found in oceans and seas, which is saline water. We cannot use this water for our daily purposes. All of the water on Earth, approximately 2.5% of is fresh water, which is locked up in ice caps and glaciers. So, I have explained you the natural resources and water renewable resources. So, water is also a kind of one renewable resources, and water is very essential and water is very important for all living beings, for all living creatures. Water is very important to survive or for life to exist on earth. So, and we can find waters in many places like rivers, lakes, oceans, glaciers, seas, and in underground water it is also available. So, we can find water in many places. Now, we use this water for many purposes: for drinking, cleaning clothes, washing utensils, bathing, for agriculture, for industry, and many other things. So, for this type of purposes we use, and that 2/3 of the Earth's surface is covered with water. The 2/3 of the Earth's surface, it is covered with water. But you will think there is a huge amount of water, but why it is telling to be saved water? That is why, because 2/3 of the Earth's surface is covered with water, but most of the water of the 2/3% is of water of seas and oceans, and this ocean and seas, they have saline water, they have salty water. Saline water means they have salty water, so we can't use that water. We can't use that water in our daily purposes. We can't drink it, we can't take bath in it, we can't do anything. Only this water helps us to move. Only boats and ships can be moved. So we can't do anything with this saline water or with this salty water, which is the water of seas and oceans. And most of the water is in seas and oceans. Only the 2.5% is the fresh water. Up to from 2/3 of the Earth's surface is the saline. Most of the water of the 2/3 is saline water, and only 2.5% of the 2/3 is fresh water. So it is a very, very low amount. Now, this from 2.5%, the most of the person is the water which is locked up or which is in the ice form. Where it is in the ice form? In the ice caps and in the glaciers. So, there is a very, very low amount of fresh water that we can drink. The river, lakes water, this is very, very low amount. 2.5. From 2.5, the most of the water of the 2.5%, it is in the ice form or it is in the glacier form. So we also can't use that water. So there is a very, very low amount of fresh water or the water that we can use for our daily purposes. So it is detailed that to save water. So that is the reason why we should save water. Though water is a renewable resource, we should save it. Because 2/3 of the Earth's surface is covered with water, but only 2.5% is fresh water. Now from this 2.5%, most of the water is locked up in the ice caps and in the glaciers. So think how low amount of water is available for us to use for our daily purposes. So it is to be told to save water, and there is also some ways to save water. We will come to it, and in previous classes we have also learned there are several ways by which we can save the water. Now, water resources worldwide face serious threats due to pollution, climate change, urban expansion, and landscape changes. Water pollution happens due to improper wastage discharge, fertilizers and pesticides running off from agricultural land, acid rain, and heavy metal released by mining and industrial activities. The excessive use of groundwater also makes water resources scarce. So, what is to be said that the water resource it face several problems. So, it faces the water resources they face several problems or certain problems due to water pollution. It has been, as it is, we have learned about air pollution, water pollution. It also happens. It is also, as air pollution, it is a very big problem for us, or a very big concern, or it causes a very health risks for all living beings. So water pollution, it is also a very big problem for all living beings. When the water gets polluted, when we throw things in water, the water gets polluted, and that that water we are drinking, we are using, and also we may fall sick or ill. So we can have many diseases, and we also have many health problems. So water pollution, we should preventing the water pollution. There are many ways by which the water is getting polluted. First thing is waste discharge. You will see people throw many their garbages in water. That makes the water unclean, dirty, and that water is coming to our houses. So we are using that water, we are drinking that water. So we may fall sick, we will definitely fall ill, or we may have many other health problems. So waste discharge, this type of, and we also took bath, and we also we will see cow herd there. They bath their cattle in water, or they took the cattle into the river or lakes which is nearby, and took bath, and they bathed them there. So this also makes the water polluted. The dirty things, or that is in the skins, or that is in the body of the cattle, get washed into the river or lake, and the river or the lake gets polluted. So it also creates water pollution. And nowadays, in the case of agriculture, fertilizers, pesticides, all these things have been used. And suppose there is a river nearby the land, and in that land the pesticides or fertilizer have been used. Now when it rains, the pesticides or the fertilizer get washed and they flow into that water, the rainwater, they along with the fertilizer and pesticides get into the river, and the river it gets polluted, and that water and that river water is coming to our home. That water we are eating, we are drinking, we are using for many purposes. So this type of there are many things which that causes water pollution, and water pollution happens due to water. They face many problems due to the pollution, the climate change, due to urban expansion, and due to the urban expansion means due to the popularity. They are day by day the population is increasing. Day by day the population is increasing. So as the population is increasing, the pollution, the level of pollution is also decreases. As the population is increasing, the level of pollution in the atmosphere is also increasing. And landscape changes. So now why we should save water? It is given we should save water for the following reason. That means why we should save water, why water is so much important for us, or why should we save water? There have to some reasons for which we have to save water. Now come to that phase. To ensure an adequate supply of water for the future generations. To why we should save water? We should save water that in future we do not have any problem of water. Now we are using the water freely, but no one can say that in future there will be also no problem of water. In future it can be can be shortage of water. That time we will face many problems. So if we will start saving the water from this time, then we will not have any problem in future, or our future generation or future civilization will not have any problem. To ensure access to clean and safe drinking water to everyone. If we should save water, then everyone will get safe or clean water. If we pollute the water, or if we not save the water, then the water will get polluted, and that polluted water will make us ill. So to ensure that everyone should get safe or clean or fresh water, we should save water, or we should reduce the waste that pollutes the water. To save costs, as recycling of water requires a large amount of power, energy and money. We should also save water because to save our money, to save the money of our country, of the government, because if the recycling of water, it requires a very high amount, high power and high energy. India is a middle class country. It is it is neither rich nor poor. So to save the money, if the water gets dirty, we have to recycle the water, and the process of recycling of water requires a very large amount of power, energy and money. And to preserve aquatic and marine lives. Aquatic lives means the lives which are under the water. If we pollute the water, the creatures, the living beings which are living under the water, they will also die. If we pollute the water, or if we throw garbages on to the water, then the living beings or the living creatures which are habitating under the water will fall ill, or they may die. So we should also save the water, or we should not pollute the water, to save or to preserve the aquatic life. Now some of the tests required to save water are as follows. Means how can we save water? or by what ways we can save water. There are some ways. Let's learn. Encouraging proper uses of water. We should use, I was telling that there are certain steps or certain steps by which we can save water. So we should use water very carefully. We should use the water very or when it is necessary we will on the tap and water. Some people, they have the habit, they brush their teeth and the call is the water is running, the tap is also on, the water is falling, but there is no use of that water. He is not washing his mouth or teeth, he is just brushing, so there is no need of water, no necessariness of water. So the best way, you take the brush, you put the toothpaste, then you wash the brush, then you brush your teeth, then you off the tap, then you brush your teeth, then on the tap, then wash your mouth, teeth, brush, other thing. So this is the proper way. So in this thing, in these things, we should, some people also have the habit, they are applying shampoo to their head and the tap is also on. So there is no necessariness of that water, because he is applying on his or her head. So there is no necessariness of the water. So the tap is on. So that time either you should keep the water while applying the shampoo on your head, we should off the tap, we should off the tap, or we should keep the tap off, or at that time, between the time that will take to apply the shampoo, fill the bucket, then some water will be stored, we can store the water, then take a mug and wash your hair from that bucket water. So this is I am just telling it, there is not in given these steps in the book, I am just telling it. So in this there are certain many more things, I can tell this many more, there are many more ways by which we can save water. So we should be careful with water. We should always use water or turn on the water while it is necessary or while it is required. Unnecessary, we should not open the tap, or we should not to be run out the water. Now, preventing wastage of water in household. Another thing, we should not waste the water. Wait a minute. So we should be very careful. We should not. We should prevent the wastage of water. We should save the water in the household things. If the water is fresh, but it is not so much clean, or there are some dirty things in water, you don't drink that water. I am not telling to drink that water, but use it in your household things, means use it to wash your utensils, use it to wash your clothes, use it in the washroom. So many more. And preventing the discharge of pollutants in water bodies. We should not throw any garbage, throw any things in water bodies. Suppose there is a factory beside the water, beside a river. So you will see the wastage or the the unnecessary things or the garbages, you can say, they are falling through the pipe, they are falling from the factory to the river. So of course the water is getting polluted, the river is getting polluted. So we should prevent that, prevent the throwing things or throwing garbages, throwing unclean or bad things in water. If we throw that type of garbages or things in water, then what will happen? The water will get polluted. The water bodies will be polluted. Taking efforts in maintaining the quality of water. So we should take some efforts to maintain the quality of the water. Promoting water conservation practices like rainwater harvesting and irrigation projects. So we should promoting water conserving or water saving programs such as rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting we have also learned in previous classes, and irrigation projects. So I will not go further. I am explaining you one by one, because this natural resources, this is a very important chapter. There are many important things included: soil, forest, wildlife, solar and wind energy, non-renewable sources. This is a very important chapter we have to. I am going this is also a little bit tough for you. So I am I am also not going not very quickly. I am going slowly, so that you can understand it properly. So I have today. So by today, it's my second part and second video. I have explained the first 2 pages of this chapter, natural resources, page 104 and 105. I have explained. In the next video, I will start from page 106. So what I have explained in the previous video also today, please learn at your home. And I think what I have explained, you all have understood. If you don't understand anything, please comment in the comment box. If you didn't understand anything, then I will also give you reply, or I will make a video on that, on your doubt. So today I will not go further. Today I have explained the first until today I have explained the 2 pages of this first 2 pages. Next day I will start from page 106, that is soil. So bye bye children. What I have explained today, please go through what I have explained in the previous video, and today please try to follow it. Please go thoroughly through that portion and learn at your home. Stay safe and stay healthy, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.